So hello guys, so last week we started to glue up some of the brass plates. I felt a very convenient time to stop because the glue does take, well, it says overnight. When I see overnight, I think 24 hours. A lot of work that I do is done, I do stuff before work, and then I go and work a late shift. So by the time I come home, go to bed, it's the next day anyway. But what we're going to do this week is we'll finish up doing the cab, and hopefully everything will come together and we will have a nice cab. So what could possibly go wrong? So this has been drying overnight and it seems fairly solid. There's a couple of little places I've missed, but I don't think that's going to be a problem. So the next stage really is just to remove this masking tape. Let's hope it hasn't stuck the masking tape. No, that's fine. So once we've removed this masking tape, that should give us a gauge of how strong this is. And then all we need to do is just do the tidy up. So yeah, I would say that's strong enough. So obviously all these bits here that we've missed, and my camera's going pretty mental, I'm so sorry. So all these bits that we've missed, we just got to tidy those up. The outside parts are easy enough. We can just use ordinary sandpaper. The parts on the inside will be a little bit more difficult because obviously getting into them. So I bought this carbon fibre pencil, and it's what it is, it's a very abrasive edge on it, and then obviously as it wears out you just wind it up, and then when it runs out you just pop a refill in and then off you go again. So let's give this a go at tidying up then. You may find it easier to cut bits of sandpaper rather than using the whole sheet, which I'm going to do here, and I'll see you in a moment when I've cleaned up. Okay, as a basic cleanup, I'm rather happy with that. The strength is still there. I've been holding it quite aggressively. You'll see there's a part that that's down to the fact that I didn't glue it. So and I've put a bit of pressure there, but what I'll do is off camera I'll just pop a little bit of glue into there, the marine weld, and that'll sort that out. I was a little bit scruffy, and I've learned a lesson there. If I'd have given that bit more of a wipe while it was wet, it would have made clean up easier afterwards. And then obviously what I need to do is just give that a wipe down with something damp, just to and give it a good brush just to remove all the bits of dust. Otherwise it's going to have a problem when we come to paint it. I just keep seeing little bits that I've missed, and that's fine. So you see how easy that marine weld comes. There's a couple of little bits here where there's a bit of an overlap, and I've decided to leave that for now. I could take this edge down and make it completely flat, but obviously the two questions are, will it still fit later on, because that bottom bit is underneath and it's not going to be seen. If it's going to affect the fit, then obviously I'll take that bit down closer to the time, but you know, don't go removing bits that you don't need to remove. So that's that. So what we need to do now is bring in the other parts, and I'm going to get the rest of these glued up. Let's just get rid of that purple pad, because we are going to be dealing with glue. And this is all that's left now is just the beading, and the way I'm going to be doing the beading is with super glue. So you have all these little bits of beading, and there's a little raised edge, and all that's going to happen is they're going to be glued into certain places. So that part there, for example, will go around the window. There's 4 of those. There's going to be some parts going around the edge here. So this part will need to be bent slightly. We won't need our bender for that, our photo etch parts. And then there'll be these little circly bits, wash-out plugs, and because there should be a wash-out plug to go in there, but as this one's already sealed, they haven't supplied them, and then that will just glue into there nicely like that. And I would recommend, if you're doing this yourself, is that these are placed in with tweezers. This is an absolutely terrible pair of tweezers. I don't know why I'm using them, but what we'll do is we'll apply a little bit of glue to that, and then we'll pop that onto there like so, and then that will be the issue 1 complete. So let's get on with a little bit of gluing. So we'll need some kind of scrap, and I'm going to be using Gorilla Super Glue gel for this. The glue that we need for this doesn't need to be super strong. It's not going to be taking any force. It's purely for decorative purposes. So first things first, let's get a decent pair of tweezers, and I think these plastic ones will actually do the job. Yeah, so you need some tweezers that you can pick things up with, and what you'll see me do now, I will speed this up. Where the area is not clean, in fact I will give it another clean, but you need to make sure all target areas are clean. As you can see, there it is, and I would make sure this whole area is clean actually, because it's going to be a lot harder to tidy this up when you've got raised parts on it. So there we go, and then I'll give that a little bit of a wipe before we start, and then I will crack on and get these windows and bits. In fact, let's do this bit first. The reason I say that is the way this is going to be glued on, and this is the way you're going to see me do it. You see that this needs to be bent over, and I think the easiest way to do this is to actually glue the top bit on as far as there. Once that glue is set hard, we can then, obviously this will be attached quite hard there, we can then push this around like so to match, and then we will get our shape. Use the target as the actual template. And I wasn't sure if I just heard a crack there. No, I don't think I did. So let's get these measured up first, then I think that's going to be the easier way. I wish I had some miniature clamps. That would have made my life so much easier, wouldn't it? So bending this around like so. Now I've got fingernails, so I can use the fingernails, but if you haven't got fingernails, just maybe use a small handle. This part there, that handle, in fact this is even better. So we'll just gently roll this to make a circle. And I would say that is quite possibly, yes, perfect fit. So let's get on with it then. Okay, so I had a few little niggly problems, especially around there, but most of that was to do with the fact that I hadn't put enough glue on. So not the most attractive looking piece at the moment, but we've got a long way to go until we finished it. But that is the driver's cab complete to a point that I'm happy. And yeah, it's a really nice first issue, isn't it? Second issue, I'm afraid, won't be quite so exciting. There'll be more cleanup to do, but then we'll start to build things in the few issues after that. But I got to admit, for an issue 1, that's actually okay. There was a lot of work to do, and you begin to get a grasp of the size of it. This is the window, so let's see if we can find a picture of it. So the part that we've done is there where it says 4472, and there's the rest of it, so you can see a long way to go, and there it is again. So yeah, plenty to do, and it's going to be a large model. So I hope you found that fun, at least as much fun as I did. And I hope to catch you in the next episode. Take care, guys. Bye bye.